In this tutorial, we're going to talk about the HIPAA Dashboard and Claim Master product. Please refer to our overview video right here at the top if you need more information regarding the HIPAA Dashboard product and how to install it. Let's start. The dashboard home screen holds all EDI file exchange files. Here we have the outgoing files, the incoming count, the partner count for all the products we have, and the top partners for outgoing across all the products. And for the partner types, we have the top partners for incoming across the products, and so on. At the top of the screen, we have counters for reporting incoming and outgoing files per day, per week, and per month. And the last two boxes are for reporting errors within outgoing and incoming files. In the Lookup Patient History tab, you can search by patient ID or subscriber, first name, and last name. And it will direct you to the page with this specific patient's history. Here is the patient table and the dependents for this patient. You can find patient claims here. This patient has no claims at this moment. Then you have in here some statistics about the patient or dependent claim, the service dates for the claims, the most frequent procedure, the most frequent diagnosis, the length of stay, the longest length of stay, and the patient claim count. The second item in the lookup is a certain procedure code. So, for example, if you choose this specific procedure, it will show you the code and the description for this procedure. You can search by description, by code, or for their description. We are feeding this data from Excel, and any user can update the codes if he uploads an Excel file with a certain format. The same applies for the diagnosis and for revenue. Those three items are here just to help the user have quick access while searching for a certain procedure or diagnosis. The following item is a subscriber table. This list lists all the subscribers in the system for the Claim Master. You have all the subscribers in here. You can search for a specific subscriber. You can search by subscriber ID. You can search for a specific gender or age in a specific city. This subscriber does not have dependents. He has only one claim. Note aside, there is a section called Custom Reports that can generate a customized search report based on your needs. You can search for a specific procedure or a specific diagnosis, whether you want the report to be generated for the principal procedure only or all the procedures. So in the Custom Report, you can mainly generate a claim table with all the filters needed in the claim, so you have the age range if you want to generate a report with a specific age range, a specific gender, or a specific claim type. Then, in the next step, you choose the revenues you want to filter based on, and you have a diagnosis and procedure. And here you can specify that you only want the search to be based on the principal procedure or the principal diagnosis. If you don't want to, you can just leave them. The next step shows you how to search within a certain provider. You have an age and gender section where you can generate searches by gender, age, have an age, or have multiple age ranges. So, for example, if you want to search within 20 and within 40, you can add a range for that. Okay, you can specify a certain date for the claims, and you can specify a certain location. And after specifying your filters, you hit Generate Report Table, and it will generate claims based on those filters you added here. As you can see, you have multiple colors for the row. If you have a row with a green color, this is the default color, which means any frequency code other than specified. The white color is frequency code 1, which means original or active claim. The frequency code 8 will have a gray color. This is a void or canceled claim, and for replacement claim frequency, code 7 you will have this orange color logo. Each color represents a certain frequency code. Yeah, actually, all these roles are all frequency codes. This one, for example, so whenever you see a different color, you can relate to that frequency. Yeah. Okay, so for each table, you have some functionalities here. So you can copy this table, download the CSV Excel PDF, print it, and download the entire report. Here are some statistics for the filtered claims in the Custom Report. So, for example, here we have the age chart, so we can know what age range has the most claims. Here, for example, from 60 to 69, we have the highest claim count, followed by the range from 50 to 59. Okay, here is the gender chart. So the females have more counts than the males. All of them are on the same page. Those are quick statistics for all the data. After this page, you will have statistics per procedure. So you can specify a certain procedure in the statistics for it. I will show you right now all the information about all the data here in relational charts. Each member is asked how many claims they have. So here, for example, we find that the child has more counts than the spouse. So here we have the highest frequency of procedures per selected diagnosis. The most procedures with claims, for example, was a Procedure 8 description for this procedure, blood count. So a quick statistic about the most common procedure for diagnosis and vice versa the most diagnoses per procedure. Okay, here we can find the US dance map that shows, for example, which area has the most claims, so here we can recognize that Texas has the most claims. And here we have a heat map calendar for the service date. We can change the date. So we can view, for example, 2020. Actually, for each graph, you can even change the graph itself. So you can see here which year has the most claims. You can even view it as a rows, for example. Or you can just view it as a map so you can know which days have the most claims. Okay, here is the 3D graph. It's age per service here. So here is the age. Yeah, here is the age count and service. Here you can view it as a 3D line. And you can download each graph if you want. Okay, for example, let's change this procedure code. So for procedure code, you can select multiple procedures. You can select multiple procedures to generate reports for. So for example, something went wrong in the customs report. If you want to access the custom report, you can access the last generated report or any saved report from here. So if you want to access the last report, just click on it. And if you notice here, we have this plus icon. You can find the lookups we have here. So this is the patient lookup. It's sticky. You click on it, and you find here the patient lookup, the procedure diagnosed, and the revenue code. If you want to look up a certain procedure quickly, yeah, but this is a quick access point for the custom report statistics. This is a cache chart for all the claims we have. So here is DMAP. You can search for a specific provider here. The following item is a claim table. This table shows all the claims we have in the system. For the provider part, you can filter claims by provider. The provider is added here because when you register a user, you can register a user with a certain provider MPI. So if you are registering this user with a certain MPI, this user cannot view any claims outside of other providers. So the system will show the user only claims with the same provider, MPI. Okay. So here you can view claims and the subscriber ID for this claim. You can enter the subscriber from here, although, yeah, once you have this, it will redirect you to the patient history. As a subscriber, you can view certain claim details by clicking on the claim number. Okay, in the claim, you start with the claim summary. This is much like the previous claim table, where you show all the procedures, diagnoses, revenue codes, and so on. Okay. Then you have to click here on the claim group number, and it will direct you to the claim detail. You can see that it shows statistics about the procedures. So here you have the total amount, the quantity of the procedure, the mean amount, the minimum, and the maximum for each procedure. This is a total for each century chosen. The beauty of this application is that you can go anywhere. You can go to claim detail from the subscriber history, and you can go to subscriber from the claims. Here are some statistics about this procedure. Okay. It's not a statistic for this procedure, it's a specific claim. It's for all the claims. So here you have all the claims with this procedure. The standard deviation, the maximum and minimum amounts, the minimum amount, the description, and so on. And here you have the variance procedure amount. And here you can view all the procedures with this amount. This directs you to the page with a table with all claims that have the same procedure and the same amount. So, for example, if you can find this point even in the variance chart, you can click on it to be redirected to all the claims with the same amount. All those claims have the same procedure and the same amount. The same goes for the revenue. If you click on the revenue code, it will show you the same statistics, but for this revenue. Here, you can print the claim at this link. You can print the claim in full. And we have a system to filter the claims, to filter the account claims and the duplicated claims, to calculate the claim amount, and so on. If the user finds that there is a specific claim that should be included in the calculation or something, he can just add the claim and recalculate, and it will store his preference. For each claim, it lists all the claim details. For this specific claim, when we enter this page, we enter a claim group number. The group number can have multiple claims. So for each claim, there are claim details. So in this case, it's one claim that has multiple details. No, it's related to the fact that sometimes the group number can have multiple claims. So by clicking on the claim row, it will show you the claim details. The custom chart part is a bit complicated. It's much like the custom report, but it generates a specific graph. So in the first step, you choose which graph you want to generate. You want to generate it as a pie graph, a 2D graph, a 2D group, or a 3D graph. So for example, if you choose a 2D graph, you choose the table you want to list all the tables you have. You can choose any table to get the graph. In the third step, you will choose the x-axis. So for example, we will choose a patient. Let's choose a patient. For example, for the y-axis, you can choose to show the count or the percentage. And you can choose to allow nulls or not allow nulls. After that, you generate a chart, so it will show you a graph. Here, it's all the patient sex in the table claim master, and you can download the generated graph. The diagnosis report and the procedure report are reports like the custom report, but they're for only the procedure or diagnosis. So here you choose the diagnosis, what diagnosis you want to filter, and whether to filter by principal diagnosis only. After that, you generate the report if we show you tabs for each. So for here, the total enrollment number, wages, yeah. Gender, service, date, yeah. Same for procedures. You can filter by a specific procedure. You can filter by multiple procedures if you want, and you can choose whether to filter by principal procedures only. And then you will actually generate the system itself at the user level, which has a lot of flexibility. If you see it even in the user permissions, you can give a certain user a specific permission. You can let him view the settings and the user, but he cannot add, delete, or edit a user. With all this information, we conclude the HIPAA Dashboard Claim Master tutorial. Please watch our next tutorial, where you will learn how to use the Claim Payment Master. Thank you for watching.